I like talking to the birds. It's pretty fun. This is a neck fan. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. It's not that loud. I'm wearing it backwards. It's actually not that loud. But if you direct it this way, I like how, adjustable it is. Like when I'm mowing the lawn and stuff like that, and it's really extremely hot, extremely humid, it does help kind of cool you down. I was first introduced to neck fans by my mother. My mother uses neck fans, and hers is like a really expensive, like $200 one. She's got like a really expensive $200 one, and my whole take on it is it's just a fan. It's literally just a fan, and we finally figured out that we can put fans around our neck, right? But I don't think you should buy an expensive one. I really don't think you should buy an expensive neck fan. And the reason I don't think you should do it is because I just don't think that, I know some, I know some people that do like electrical engineering and stuff, and I know some people that, do various things with fans and stuff like that, and I know people that build computers and stuff like that, and fans are not like super expensive, right? Including, like, I have lots of fans everywhere, all over my property, right? Because I love fans. I got fans in my shed, right? And I know that like big giant fans, like industrial fans, cost $200-300 because of the sheer amount of wind power they produce, right? But this is like the equivalent wind power wise to like a blow dryer or hair dryer, and so like that technology has existed for decades in this same size. It's just a different shape. So for me to pay like hundreds of dollars for a neck fan, I would say no. Here's the Chill Go right here. This is the neck fan I personally recommend, is the Chill Go. I think it's like $38 or $40, something like that. It's something like that on Amazon. So definitely affordable. The average person can get it. I know some people think that you need some kind of seriously super expensive neck fan. You really don't. Where this really shines is like when I'm riding my e-bike. And I know that sounds crazy because you're already getting a lot of wind on your e-bike, but these days have been so hot, and then you got a helmet on too, so it takes a little bit of the edge off the heat when you're riding your e-bike. Like I said, it's not that loud, It's not that loud. I'd say it's a good little piece of technology, Definitely when you're working and you're sweaty, it cools down your sweat that's already on your body. Obviously it's not very stealthy because it makes sound. So, like, if you're engaged in some hardcore military or law enforcement activity or whatever, but let's face it, a lot of people in the military are truck drivers and mechanics and stuff like that, and you're hot as hell out there. You might need, like, a neck fan might make sense for those guys. I don't know if they can wear one or not, but, like military, law enforcement, like, when they get hot as hell doing basic, like, admin work, and they're in a completely permissive environment, not doing anything sneaking up on anybody, nothing that requires stealth, yeah, I think a neck fan could definitely cool you down. It's a very interesting piece of technology. Should a prepper own a neck fan? Absolutely, 100%. Like, the neck fan is worth it. I would say so. I was skeptical at first, and I still am skeptical to an extent, because, I wouldn't say it's a game changer. I wouldn't say this is a life-changing piece of technology, but I would say that it works, and that it makes life slightly less miserable out in this heat, right? And I would say just don't let anybody convince you to buy one for like $200. My God, don't do that, all right? Because there's actually a YouTube channel that did testing on it, and this one I got around my neck now, in terms of air output, you're really just paying for ergonomics if you buy the $200 one. So I suppose if you're a billionaire, go ahead and buy the $200 one. Why not? But I'm telling you, this one right here for the money is really what you want. And I don't know how much the camera is registering the noise. It's noisy, but it's not that noisy. This is it on the highest setting. That's the low setting, medium setting, high setting. So I would say it's worth it. I think they should make a clear version of these for inmates, and then you could get the black version for the officers, you know, because I mean they don't want to put air conditioning into these prisons, because they just love torturing people, including their own officers. But yeah, neck fan, yeah, 100% worth it. Just don't buy an expensive one. That's my take on it. This is the ChillGo. I'll put a link to it in the description. I'm not sponsored by ChillGo. You know, I make my money through T-shirts, which, by the way, you should definitely check those out too. But this is the ChillGo. You know, I'm not sure they're gonna last forever. Like, they'll probably last about as long as a pair of headphones will last. That's kind of my take on it. You're probably gonna have to replace it after about a year or two, just like a pair of headphones. You know what I mean? It reminds me of a pair of headphones in many ways. And yeah, you can wear headphones and bicycle helmets with it. It doesn't get in the way. I've actually worn a boonie hat with it, and the air kind of goes back down, which is nice. This really feels better when you're sweaty, because it cools down the sweat, right? Like the sweat on your body, the reason we sweat is it cools our body down, right? So when you got something that cools the sweat down, it's even better. It's not something I couldn't live without, but it definitely makes doing yard work and stuff like that a little bit easier. It takes a little bit of the edge off, so that's my view on it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. Jordan Jared signing off.